I'm here with John on the EPRI booth. John, you've been seen as one of the leaders in bringing new technologies to the utility industry over here worldwide for the last number of years. And I've met you and I've seen you talking about augmented reality for many years. You were on a number of sessions this week talking about augmented reality. What's the state of augmented reality in this industry?
Well, first of all, thank you for the kind words. The state, we're in a really cool space right now. As I walk around the exhibition hall, I'm starting to see augmented reality and or wearables starting to be integrated in existing utility products. And that's a really great next step, because there's a lot of custom products out there, but I think until you get them into the products that everybody is familiar with, people aren't going to be introduced to them.
And what I've seen at the show in the last couple of years is obviously there's all the heads-up display, and there's lots of different companies. And I remember you saying, I think it was this time last year, you said, you know, all these companies come and go, most of them go. Mm-hmm. And there are advancements on the headset, but I'm seeing a lot of stuff around with the overlay on a smartphone or a tablet. Do you see that propagating?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, because I purchased one of the leading headsets, and before I could unbox it, the company went bankrupt and closed down. So I experienced that firsthand. Yeah, I think right now we're going to see a lot of applications on either phones or tablets, and I think that's basically due to there's not a lot of headgear out there that is ruggedized and can operate in all light levels and all sound levels and etc. And in some cases, electromagnetic fields.
Yeah.
There's a couple of folks here that have got ruggedized industrial headsets, but most of them aren't ready for prime time yet.
Yeah, no, I've seen that in various pilots and stuff across the globe. And I also, you know, what Google and Apple are doing with bringing, let's say, AR to the masses, you know, it'll be the consumerization of a technology. The workers will turn around and say, hey, I have this at home, why can't I have something like that at the work, right?
And that's what happened a lot with phones. You know, people would come in, when I worked at utility, people would come in with their phone and say, hey, I can do this, why can't I do it here? So yeah, there'll be some driving from home. And also when Pokemon Go came out, all of a sudden my sessions where I was speaking were full. Because everybody's kids came and say, look, augmented reality. So
it's a driver.
It's a driver.
And with the next generations of the workforce, and you know, you had the geared session here with all the students and the ideas, they're going to be, hey, we need to, this is what we'll expect, right? So that'll change the way the tools are used. But it's a good point on, as the technology gets integrated into the stuff they know and love today, then you start getting mass deployment.
Exactly.
Now,
it suddenly becomes real.
Yeah. As opposed to a POC pilot project with 3 or 4 people. Now, in the run-up to the show, I saw you posting on LinkedIn on pollinators, and I was kind of going, what's this about? So, you guys are involved in all sorts of other activities.
Yeah, EPRI has a tremendous range of research. Basically anything having to do with the electric utility industry to benefit the public. And one of those is the Pollinator project. That's in our environmental group, and it's run by a lady named Jessica Fox.
Okay.
And she's actually a recognized expert in the area. And the idea here, I'm not an expert, but the idea here is to leverage some of the land space that utilities have to help out the pollinator population. Lately there's been huge fluctuations.
Drops in the bee populations and whatever.
Up and down, and it's in various parts of the globe, and there's no real one reason. It's a very complex situation. They're trying to unravel all of that and give the pollinators essentially a path to do their thing, to migrate and
so
to
using the corridors.
That's part of that, yeah. We've become so urbanized and have plowed under so much, you know, prairie and grassland and such, that literally some species of pollinators can't fly from their little area where they've been eating to the next little area. They don't have enough energy. So that's
okay, there's no stopover or whatever.
There's no stopover. There's no flowers between here and there. They can't make it, and that's a really big problem.
Wow.
along with all the other big problems.
Yeah.
Mostly what we've caused, but
But eat the elephant in small bites, bit by bit, and win it back. Okay. So, one final question: if you look at all the technologies that pass your desk and whatever day in day out, anything jump out at you in terms of? I won't call it the next big thing, but
well, I think we're going to have increasing amounts of mobile artificial intelligence.
Okay.
And which may or may not include a wearable. So, if you envision somebody with an application on a wearable, they have a little TV screen, they're watching it, they have a question, they ask a question, they get some answers back in an earpiece.
So like the smart assistant kind of thing.
Siri or
the
Cortana or any of those.
IBM are doing a lot of stuff with their
Exactly.
Watson Assistant and whatever.
Right. I was over there yesterday.
Yeah. Wow, okay. Come here, thank you very much for taking the time.
All right, thank you very much for having me.
Take care, John.
Mm-hmm.